Ever wondered why your mum always nagged you about making your bed? Turns out she wasn't just being annoying. Picture this, little me, standing aghast in my room, staring at the crumpled sheets and thinking, surely there must be a better use for my time than wrestling with this duvet. But lo and behold, here I am, all grown up, and guess what? That seemingly pointless chore was actually a game changer. So let's dive into why that daily chore of making your bed might just be the most productive thing you do all day. Imagine starting your day with a victory. Sounds pretty good, right? Now you may be thinking, how on earth can I become victorious before I've even had my morning cup of tea? Well, let me tell you a little story about a young chap named Fred. Fred was a bloke who loved two things in life, chaos and crumpets. His life was full of clutter and disarray, but he was content. One morning, after a particularly wild dream involving a unicycle and a kilt, Fred woke up to find his bed in a state of anarchy. Instead of leaving it in its usual mess, he decided on a whim to make his bed. Suddenly, Fred felt a sense of accomplishment wash over him. It was like he'd just scaled Mount Everest. But instead of frostbite, he was left with neatly tucked sheets. He felt like a knight who'd just slayed a dragon, except his dragon was a duvet and his sword a pillow. His first victory of the day was there, standing tall in the form of a well-made bed. You see, making your bed is a small task that can give you a big sense of achievement. It's like winning a gold medal in the Olympics of daily chores. It's an instant success story, an immediate win. It's like scoring a goal in the first minute of the match, or solving a crossword puzzle while you're still rubbing the sleep out of your eyes. And let me tell you, there's nothing like the feeling of walking into your room after a long day and being greeted by a bed that's as neat as a pin. It's like your bed is giving you a pat on the back, saying, "Well done, mate, you've done it." So if you want to start your day feeling like a superhero, just smooth out those sheets. You'll be surprised at how such a simple act can give you a boost of confidence that lasts the entire day. After all, as they say, well begun is half done. And what better way to begin your day than with a victory? What if I told you making your bed could be better than a cup of coffee for waking up your brain? Yes, you heard it right. The seemingly mundane task of tucking in your sheets and fluffing your pillows could be the secret to a clearer, more focused mind. Just imagine you're in the midst of your morning routine, still half asleep, and you decide to make your bed. As you smooth out the wrinkles and align the pillows, you're also unruffling your thoughts, setting your mental stage for the day. It's like tidying up the desktop of your mind, closing all those unnecessary tabs left open from yesterday's browsing. Here's a funny thing. There was this one time I made my bed with such focus. I could have sworn my brain was doing yoga. And let me tell you, I was so alert that day, I even remembered where I'd left my keys from the night before. Who needs caffeine when you've got a well-made bed? Ever tried to start a new habit and failed miserably? Yeah, me too. I once tried to kickstart my mornings with a 5-mile run. Day 1, I laced up my trainers and pushed myself out the door. Day 2, I snoozed the alarm. Day 3, I convinced myself that my bed was just too comfortable to leave. But here's the thing, folks. It's all about habits. And not the grand, life-altering ones like running a marathon before breakfast. I'm talking about the little ones. The ones that seem so insignificant, you'd never think they'd make a difference. Take making your bed, for instance. It may seem like an insignificant task, but it's actually a stepping stone to creating better habits. Why, you ask? Well, it's simple. Making your bed is a task that requires minimal effort and time. It's easy to do, and the end result is immediate and tangible. You can see and feel the difference. This little victory first thing in the morning sets the tone for the rest of your day. It's like a small pat on the back that says, "Hey, you've got this." Once you've mastered the habit of making your bed, you'll find it easier to stick to other positive habits. You start to think, if I can make my bed every day, why can't I do a 5-minute workout or eat a healthy breakfast? And here's the real kicker. Making your bed not only helps establish positive habits, but it also discourages negative ones. It's much harder to crawl back into bed when it's neatly made. Trust me. So the next time you're tempted to leave your bed in a messy heap, remember this. It's not just about having a tidy room. It's about setting yourself up for success. It's about creating a positive environment that encourages good habits. It's about taking that first small step towards becoming the best version of yourself. So, if you're struggling to hit the gym or eat healthier, maybe you should start with your bed. Remember when you were a kid and loved setting up dominoes just to knock them down? Well, let's take a step back into our childhood for a bit. Imagine a row of dominoes. The first domino is your bed, disheveled and messy from a good night's sleep. The next dominoes are your day's tasks, lined up and ready to go. Now picture this. You wake up, stretch your arms, and instead of leaving your bed in a chaotic state, you decide to fix it up. You straighten the sheets, fluff up the pillows, and voila! Your bed looks like it's straight out of a home decor magazine. That's the first domino knocked down. Suddenly you're hit with a sense of accomplishment. You've just achieved the first task of the day. You're on a roll now, aren't you? The domino effect has begun, so you move on to the next task. Maybe it's brushing your teeth or making a healthy breakfast. Whatever it is, you do it with a newfound energy. Because you've already tasted victory, and let me tell you, it's sweet. But let's add a dash of humor to this. Picture our friend Bob. Bob's a bit of a scatterbrain. One day, he decides to make his bed first thing in the morning. He straightens the sheets, fluffs up the pillows, and suddenly he's feeling pretty good about himself. So he decides to try his hand at making breakfast. He whips up a delicious omelette without burning the kitchen down. That's a first. Then, he actually manages to find his keys without turning his house upside down. Another win. By the end of the day, Bob's knocked down all his dominoes. He's had a productive day, all because he decided to make his bed in the morning. So, folks, if Bob can do it, so can you. Making your bed in the morning can set off a positive domino effect for the rest of your day. It's a simple task, but it's a powerful way to kickstart your productivity. So, if you want to knock out your to-do list, start with that bed of yours. So, are you ready to become a bed-making champion? Time to rise and shine, folks, and wage a war against that unruly duvet. It's time to show those sheets who's boss and tame those rebellious pillows. It's not just about a tidy room, it's about kickstarting your day with a win. So don your invisible superhero cape and let's make those beds. Remember, it's the small victories that lead to big changes. Don't forget to subscribe for more life-changing tips like these. Now go conquer that bed.